Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Nutt Factoring. Guys, welcome to what would actually be the last actual video that I'll be making on the trial of the pod, because the trial of the pod has been postponed to 2018, guys. It's just so unfortunate we couldn't see the last weekend, but this is just the recap of this week's news. So guys, in this week, I actually had a new historian that come into the court to come and explain a lot of stuff. That is Craig Paterson. Craig Paterson's a historian from Rhodes University. He did a master's to do with cannabis and the cannabis trade and how it worked in society in South Africa. So guys, he's just explaining that the laws essentially were racist back in the day. Like there's no consensus among all racial groups about what we should do with this plant. A lot of the rules were just like a lot of the people were just saying that no, this thing is a habit-forming drug because their workers were a bit delirious and they were on the effects of the high of the drug while they were at work. So the workers, the farm owners and whatever, were like, the colonialists were just like, no, we don't like this. We just don't feel like this is good for our workers and stuff like that. And one takeaway from his presentation was actually a letter to the Opium Convention from South Africa, which essentially initiated cannabis prohibition worldwide, essentially. So it reads as this: with reference to a letter number 12A to the 22,951-1721 dated September 6, 1922, on the above subject, and my letter on number 29/885 dated December last, forwarding copies of the regulations and promulgated under proclamation of number 181 of 1922. I have the honor to inform you that, from the point of view from the Union of South Africa, the most important of all habit-forming drugs is the Indian hemp or dagga. And this drug is not included in the international list. It is just that various governments, being parties to the International Opium Convention, should be asked to include it in the list of habit-forming drugs the following: Indian hemp, including the whole or any portion of the cannabis plant sativa indica or cannabis sativa. Signed, J.C. van Tieren, for the Secretary of the Prime Minister. You see, this code just shows us that, guys, it's the racist South African apartheid regime that essentially prohibited this plant, guys. There was no consensus from the whole population. That's the problem I have, guys, is that you're telling a group of people that no, you can't use this plant, which they've been using the whole time, but below me, there are unwritten laws about how to use it in their own communities, but you're saying that this is a habit for me because it doesn't suit you, the person who's just telling them to come work on your farm or come work in your fields and stuff like that. That's quite problematic. We also had a Professor Nutt this week as well, coming to just fucking blast this other professor for the state, or Doctors for Life, I think, Professor Madras. He just came through the court and told them straight, this person has not studied cannabis. So why is she telling people no, cannabis is bad and stuff like that all over the world? It makes no sense. She's not a cannabis scientist. She doesn't know anything. She has no research paper to actually just come and tell the court. She's just talking nonsense, essentially. Which I found is like, guys, why are you bringing people who don't know? I specialize. Why are you bringing them here to come talk nonsense? Yeah, and the rest of the week, we just ended off with Craig Paterson just explaining to the court why, again, are these laws racist? And the state's asking you, are you a white person? So these laws weren't racist to you. Like, my guy, who's the state trying to defend? The state is just so stupid. I don't understand why they're going in this direction. Was it Bella? Is it Doctors for Life actually giving them this rhetoric that, guys, if you're a white person coming to defend cannabis, you have no viewpoint? That's nonsense. We're coming to tell you that these laws were racist from the start, guys. These laws were just racist. They just the whole point was to take cannabis and dagga away from black people because it did not benefit those who are like, no, my farm work is not, my rate at which my cotton's being picked is not nice because these workers are now high all the time. Dude, that's just nonsense, really. So guys, apparently now the case is now postponed to 2018 because of volumes and volumes of work that the fields of the Doctors for Life had to hand it in, and now Fields of Green for All have to look at. Guys, hopefully 2018 will just be the day, the year will the laws will just be coming into effect that, guys, these things were racist. Now the Constitutional Court will just sign it off and just be like, hey, this is correct now. We can use cannabis in South Africa. Guys, thank you again for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Sure.